What else can we do right now? Is there anyone else that
Call
we have?
that number.
Oh, we can call Keegan. Well, that's aggressive.
I am aggressive.
Okay. So I'm gonna text the new number that you have for Keegan. Hey, Keegan, I got your number from your friend Dustin. After 8 years, he's really hoping to finally see your face, so it would be great if you could meet us on a Zoom to talk.
Are you okay, Dustin?
It's frustrating. I don't know anything yet. It's just suspicions. Like, it's sus AF, but I'm not one to jump to conclusions until I have like all the facts. But like, I don't understand what's going on.
So if Keegan's still using his phone, he should be getting your messages and respond. Hey!
Oh.
What's up, Kyle?
Hi.
Oh. What just happened?
What was that?
Oh my god. I'm shook.
It looks like he clicked on the Zoom link, maybe not realizing that it would put him in the Zoom, and he wasn't ready for that, maybe?
Or he wasn't thinking that Dustin was gonna be in here, and he's like, oh, bye.
Oh, maybe.
But what was that?
I don't know, that was weird. I'm gonna text him. Hey.
Hello?
Whoa. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, is this Kyle?
No, this is Keegan.
Keegan?
Yeah.
What's
Hi.
up?
Hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
How'd you get the Zoom link?
I just got a text message from Kyle.
Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense, I guess. I'm Nev, this is Kamie, and that's Dustin. Do you know Dustin?
I do.
Okay, so...
How do you know Dustin?
We met back when I was in, like, middle school, over Facebook.
So wait a second, so Dustin, this is Keegan now. You haven't said anything.
Yeah, so it's
What the is going on?
that's what I'm saying.
This is kind of strange.
So like I've talked to you like this whole time, like it hasn't been nobody else, it's been you, correct?
Yes, yeah.
So why haven't you been able to meet up with Dustin all these years?
Well, there's been like several reasons. In the beginning, when I first met Dustin, I was in a really tough spot. I was in foster care, so that wasn't really a thing that I could try to sneak around, because if I did, there were gonna be big consequences for that.
You know, I was adopted and like I went through foster care and like the stuff with my father. So like you've never went into detail, like only a little bit, like your hard circumstances. Like I just didn't understand like why you wouldn't tell me about some of the stuff.
At the time, it's not something that I was comfortable talking about, but I'm definitely more open about that now. And another time, I was down in Florida, but I was actually down there to just get away because I was dealing with the death of my boyfriend. That's when I like had mentioned to Dustin, oh, maybe like we could hang out, but I was not in the right frame of mind.
So why do I have someone else's number?
I was borrowing an acquaintance phone because I was kind of strapped for cash. So I had my phone shut off and I was just using his phone. I gave that back to him and my phone's back on now.
And the Snapchat is also you.
Oh yeah, my Snapchat's me and my Facebook, Keegan Montana, that's me.
So why is Dustin blocked on your Facebook?
I think that's an old Facebook, like I've had it for several years. And I think that was when I like stopped talking to Dustin because we were just getting into over our heads, I guess.
Did you know he was blocked?
I didn't until you actually just said that, no.
What's the mystery behind your friend Kyle? Like,
yeah, so he is actually, so we've hung out a few times. I don't hang out with him or really talk to him much anymore. The most communication we've had recently is like him lending me an extra phone that he had.
Aha.
But he is kind of too much.
I'm gonna just come out and say it. Is Kyle, and has he ever been your sugar daddy?
Oh, hell no. Girl, I have come from the bottom up all on my own, honey.
Because he has wads of cash.
I got my own money, girl. Because I have a job.
I get that you're you and that you've been real the whole time, but you understand that you are kind of weird and shady.
In hindsight, I unknowingly made myself seem like a catfish or not necessarily who I was. And now that it's like all coming to light, I'm like, okay, I could see definitely why he would think like, you know, I'm not me, for sure.
So Dustin mentions that in the time that you guys have known each other, obviously
Right.
some discussions about potentially seeing each other and or moving to live with each other, which I think to him suggested that there was a real interest in, you know, some sort of meaningful relationship in a romantic way. Is that
Yeah.
is that right? I mean,
Yeah, so at one point, I definitely did consider it, and I just decided that it was best for me and Dustin to keep it just friends.
But you told him to move to Boston to be with you at one point.
Yeah, that must have been a few years back. I just was not actually in the best place to, so I don't know why I would even have mentioned that. I love Dustin as a friend. I care about him. If something ever happened to him, oh my god, I'd be like so heartbroken.
But did you ever love him like in a romantic way?
Not in a romantic way.
Dustin, how you feel?
How does it feel? Like, I feel like when we were like talking, like I'm glad that like he is who he says he is. Like, just I don't know, just I don't know if I've actually, but I think I don't know, maybe I was never in love with Keegan.
I feel in my heart that everyone is not being completely honest and upfront with their emotions. So, until that happens,
What more is there to like, what do you mean, be honest about my emotions?
look, we've got to be honest here. Dustin, you told us that you had real feelings for Keegan. Deeper feelings that even if he didn't have them, you felt them at the time.
I will say like, there's like all these curious feelings when you're a baby gay. Like, there's like all these intense emotions. You'll like make stupid choices like I'm in love with you, but like those don't mean anything because it's infatuation.
all right, so we have a lot to talk about. I just think it'd be good for us to take a break and then we can check back in with you.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay. All right, Dustin. What do you think?
It kind of seems like downplayed. Like, just I don't know. Like,
Well, that's why I was asking what are your real feelings, because I honestly feel like you both are downplaying right now. Like, not one person wants to be more like outwardly expressive or emotional than the other.
Are you not that into him, or is it like kind of a letdown finally seeing him?
he's super cute. Like, I'm afraid to be like weak. Like, ever since my last relationship, it's like made me close up. Like, I don't like showing any type of weakness.
We gotta get honest here, because this is the first time in 8 years that you're talking to this person face to face as best as we can during this time. What's the point in not getting it out on the table?
We've never had two hopefuls hook up. An identical twin?
Everybody in Hawaii is in on this.
That's insane. We've never seen anything like this. The Catfish sent you the real guy's Facebook page.
Come on!